Yes, Danvat Pranam. Okay, all right, wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So today we discuss Sri Vraja Meditations 2.0.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We'd like to welcome everyone to this day 3 of Sri Vraja Meditations 2.0. Before we proceed, we'd like to announce and congratulate the participants of the quiz session from yesterday. We'd like to congratulate Hari Prasad Prabhu, Mother Amrita Radhika, Anjudi, Shimantadvip Prabhu and Vajanti Lalita Mataji, Mitanjali Pradhan Mataji, Meera Bhushan Mataji, Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu and Barshana Chitra Mataji, Hari Krishna Madali Prabhu and Ananga Mohini Gopika. Thank you all so very much for participating in the quiz session from yesterday.
So today we will be discussing the Vraja Meditations 2.0, day 3, where we will discuss the mystery of transforming our spiritual relationships and practices to achieve the ultimate goal. Then we will discuss the appearance of Sri Sri Radha Madanmohan and the appearance of Sri Sri Radha Govinda Dev, the appearance of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Ji, the glories of Kartik, some Japa Tips, which would be a sweet pastime to enhance our japa.
Hare Krishna. So today we will start, as we all know that this is Vraja Meditations 2.0. It is a little different from the Vraja Mandal Parikrama that we did. It is a deeper understanding of the aspects, the various aspects of Sri Vrindavan Dham that we are going to bring to all of you through these very, very variegated sessions. So today we are going to be discussing the topic, which is the mystery of transforming our spiritual relationships and practices to achieve the ultimate goal.
In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the Adi Leela, it is said that according to the Vedic principles, there are 3 stages of spiritual advancement. There is the Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Sambandha Gyan, that refers to establishing one's original relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's Sambandha. Abhideya is more related to the process, the practice of establishing that relationship. And Prayojana means the ultimate goal of life, which is to develop love of Godhead. Prema Pumartho Mahan. And if one adheres to these regulative principles under the order of the spiritual master, that person will very easily achieve the ultimate goal of life. In fact, a person who is addicted to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra very easily gets this opportunity to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly.
Haribo.
So as regards to Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojan, there are 3 principal deities that represent these three different concepts. The Diksha Guru is a personal manifestation of Sri Madanmohan Vigraha, Sri Radha Madanmohan ji. Sri Govinda ji acts exactly like the Shiksha Guru. He's the original preceptor because Govinda ji gives us the instructions and the opportunity to serve him. And Srila Gopinath is the ultimate attraction of spiritual realization.
Hari Hari Bo. So when we understand that what are this Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana, then our spiritual life actually has meaning. And today we are going to try and establish this ultimate goal of our life. So we will start off with Sambandha. The Sambandha is personified or is represented by Sri Madanmohan. So Sri Madanmohan, this deity of Sri Madanmohan, is considered to be the heart and soul of Sri Sanatan Goswami, who is one of the 6 principal followers of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu.
In fact, after Lord Krishna, he left this world, Maharaj Yudhishthir, he was unable to bear the separation from the Lord, and he also decided to leave the world. But before leaving, he coronated Maharaj Parikshit as the emperor of the world, and the great grandson of Lord Sri Krishna, Vajranab, as the king of Mathura, or Dwarka in that sense, Mathura. Vajranab actually was requested by the great devotees to restore the glories of Vrindavan back. So Vajranab decided to excavate those holy places of Vrajabhumi in which Lord Sri Krishna had performed his Leela, and to install beautiful and sacred deities in principal places of Vrajadham.
So Maharaj Vajranab, in order to achieve this, he sat on the banks of the river Yamuna. He sat under a desire tree, a kalpa vriksha, and he prayed to Sri Radha and Krishna. And by the auspicious mercy of that kalpa vriksha, of that desire tree in Sri Vrindavan Dham, because every tree in Vrindavan Dham is actually a desire tree, a wish-fulfilling tree. Now, it is all based upon us. With what faith are we reciprocating with those trees? So like Maharaj Vajranab, he had this such intense desire to manifest these deities. So he was praying to these wish-fulfilling trees, the Kalpa Vrikshas. And by the mercy of the auspicious Kalpa Vriksha tree, Sri Radha and Krishna's mercy entered his heart and revealed to him the holy places of Sri Krishna's eternal pastimes. Later on, when he decided to install deities, he actually invoked Vishwakarma, who is the architect of the Devatas. And the 3 principal deities that were carved by Vishwakarma were the deities of Radha Madanmohan, Radha Govinda Dev Ji, and Radha Gopinath Ji.
So Mother Uttara, who had been seen Krishna directly, was present at that time. And when she saw the beautiful form of Sri Radha Madanmohan, she explained that the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna's lotus feet are the most perfectly revealed in this deity of Sri Radha Madanmohan. Then, when she saw the beautiful form of Sri Radha Govinda Dev, she explained that the middle torso, the chest and the flute of the Lord are most perfectly revealed in this deity. And when she saw the divine form of Sri Gopinath Ji, she explained that the beautiful smiling face of Sri Krishna is most perfectly revealed in this deity. So these were the most important deities for Vraja.
Haribol. So for a very long time, it is said that Madanmohan performed his Leela of being unmanifest in this world. Okay? And then just 500 years ago, when the dear intimate associate of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Sri Advaita Acharya, when he came to this world, he traveled around to many holy places. And then he also arrived in Sri Vrindavan Dham. And when Advaita Acharya, he lived in Vrindavan, he was staying on the banks of the river Jamuna under a tree that is today called as the Advaita tree or the Advaita Vat. So there in this most merciful place, this most beautiful place, Sri Madanmohan actually revealed himself to Sri Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya started serving Madanmohan so wonderfully, so lovingly. This beautiful deity of Madanmohan revealed himself to Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya was so happy. He was so blissfully serving Sri Madanmohan deity. But then it was time for Sri Advaita Acharya to return to Bengal. So therefore, before leaving Vrindavan, Sri Advaita Acharya did one thing.
Sri Advaita Acharya, with great love, he entrusted the worship of Sri Madan Mohan to one very pure-hearted Brahmana in Mathura, and his name was Chaubeji. Sri Advaita Acharya, he was feeling great separation from Madan Mohan while he was leaving to Bengal from Mathura. So Madan Mohan, he expanded himself as Madan Gopal and entered into the heart of Sri Advaita Acharya. Then when Sri Advaita Gosai returned to Bengal, to Babla, to Shantipur, and Sri Madan Gopal there, he manifested from his heart of Advaita Acharya as a very beautiful deity that we can see here. This is the very same deity in the house of Sri Advaita Acharya, who's known as Madan Gopal, but is considered non-different from Sri Radha Madan Mohan, who is the worshipable deity of Srila Sanatan Goswami. But currently, Sri Madan Mohan was in the shelter and protection of Sri Chaubeji. And this great devotee, Chaubeji, he was completely free from all material inclinations. He worshipped Madan Mohan in the intimacy of his own child.
So Madan Mohan, he actually had become like part of the family of Chaubeji in Mathura when Chaubeji was residing there in Mathura. And, Chaubeji had his own children. So Madan Mohan also became part of his family and he would play around with the children. Everyone would really love the way Madan Mohan was, being raised here as part of the family in Chaubeji's home. So one time, Sanatan Goswami, who is, known as wandering all over Vrindavan, Sanatan Goswami would leave every day. He would go around and around in Vrindavan. And he one day came to this home of Chaubeji in Mathura. And as soon as he came, Sanatan Goswami was shocked. Why was he shocked? The reason that he was shocked is he was discussing. What happened is Chaubeji was sitting, and Chaubeji was a very beautiful, very poetic Bhagavatam reciter. So Sanatan Goswami would sit with Chaubeji and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, and they would both discuss Bhagavatam. So that particular day, when Sanatan came to the home of Chaubeji and both of them were reading Bhagavatam, suddenly Chaubeji's son came up to him and started crying, saying, Baba, Baba, look, this Madan Mohan, he's stealing my laddu. He's not letting me eat laddu. What to do? Sanatan Goswami was shocked because what did he see next? little Madan Mohan deity walking and coming to Chaubeji and saying, Baba, he's lying. I won the game. I need the laddu. He's taking my laddu. He's not giving me laddu. So then Chaubeji and Sanatan Goswami was seeing what is happening. This Madan Mohan is the deity, but he's, walking around, talking around, playing like a family member. So then, but Chaubeji was totally indifferent. And he said, Are Lala, he told Madan Mohan, Lala, don't fight like this. My dear boy, don't fight like this. And he took the laddu from his son's hand. He broke it into 2 halves and he gave it to both the boys. And he said, Go, eat this and play nicely. Don't fight, okay? Don't fight. Sanatan Goswami was shocked seeing this beautiful, loving interaction that Madan Mohan is having with Chaubeji and his entire family. So Sanatan developed a deep attachment to little Madan Mohan. And every day he started coming. And when he started coming, even Madan Mohan, he just loved Sanatan. The way Sanatan would talk, the way Sanatan would look at Madan Mohan, he would love that. So one day Madan Mohan started crying when Sanatan was leaving. Madan Mohan started crying and he said to Chaubeji, Baba, I want to go with that Babaji. Please let me go. And then Chaubeji said, Nana, Lala, how can you go? That's a Babaji. He does not have any place of residence. Where will he keep you? At least here you have some food, you have shelter. There, if you go with that Babaji, nothing he has. How he'll take care of you? Then Madan Mohan was crying, no, I want to go with Sanatan. Please, let me go with Sanatan Goswami, please. So next day when Sanatan came to see Chaubeji, what did Chaubeji do? Chaubeji requested Sanatan that my Madan Mohan is crying. He wants to be with you, Sanatan Goswami. Please, Babaji Maharaj, please take Madan Mohan with you. And Sanatan said, Are Baba, na. I can come here and see him. But if he comes with me, I live on begging. I do madhukari and I live. How will I take care of him? How will I feed him? I cannot take that responsibility. And Madan Mohan said very sweetly, he said, okay, whatever you get by begging, you give me that, I will survive by that. You please take me with you. I want to go with you. So Chaubeji finally requested, and Sanatan also was so blissful that Madan Mohan is begging to go with him, to be with him. So Sanatan Goswami then held the hand of Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan held on to the fingers of Sanatan Goswami, and they both walked from Mathura to Vrindavan. And then Sanatan Goswami started Sanatan Goswami had told Madan Mohan, look, I cannot take care of you in a big way. Madan Mohan said, no, I don't want you to take care of me. You just keep me wherever you're sitting, you're writing books. I will just stand there with you. Nothing I want. So under a tree, Madan Mohan just stood and he used to just sit and witness. Then one day Madan Mohan said, Sanatan, I'm a little hungry. Can you give me something to eat? Something? So then Sanatan Goswami, he just got some wheat flour by begging. And then he mixed Yamuna water that is a little bit salty. So he just mixed Yamuna water. He made some fire and he made balls out of that. And he put it in the fire and he made like burnt balls, which are called as anakoli. And he just handed those things to little balls, little hot, wheat balls, burnt, literally burnt, and he handed them to Madan Mohan. And Madan Mohan, you can see here that how he was putting his hand out, and Sanatan would give one anakoli and Madan Mohan would eat. So one day, Madan Mohan told Sanatan, this is very nice what you're giving me, but at least you can add some salt. It will be a little tasty. Add little bit salt at least. So then Sanatan said, I told you. you either eat this or you can leave. Go back to Chaubeji. I don't care. I had told you I cannot do more than this. Today you're asking for salt. Tomorrow you will ask for Rajbhog. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you'll ask for Chappan Bhog. I cannot do all that. If you eat this, you can stay with me. Otherwise, you go. So Madanmohan said, no, I will stay with you. So this is the relationship that Madanmohan has with Sanatan Goswami. And to keep this relationship alive till today, Madanmohan actually gets Anakoli offering even till today, every single day at the Madanmohan temple in Vrindavan Dham. And it is made in Sanatan Goswami's Samadhi. It is made, this Anakoli is made, and it is sent for offering to Madanmohan in the temple. So such a beautiful, beautiful pastime. And in this way, Madanmohan came under the loving care of Srila Sanatan Goswami Pad. Jai Srila Sanatan Goswami ki jai. Jai Sambandha Vigraha Shri Madanmohan Dev Ji ki jai.
So in this way, Madanmohan came under the loving care of Sanatan Goswami. Now let's look at the appearance of the Abhideya Vigraha, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ji, how he appeared in Shri Vrindavan Dham. In fact, it was Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's strong desire to reveal the sweet, charming pastimes of pure love of Vrindavan to anyone who would accept this love from him or his descendants. And since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was bound by the request of his mother to stay in Puri, he entrusted the responsibilities of excavating and re-establishing the lost places of pilgrimage of Lord Sri Krishna's pastimes to Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatan Goswami. So it is said Srila Rupa Goswami re-established all of the important places where Krishna performed his holy pastimes. Before Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami came to Vrindavan, no one knew about these holy places. There were devotees staying there. There were people staying there who were Krishna's devotees, but no one really knew where exactly Radha Kund was. No one was able to understand where exactly was Gokul. Today we go there, we go to all these holy places to see Krishna's places of pastimes. But at that time, 500 years ago, before Srila Rupa Sanatan Goswami came, they were all hidden. They were there, but no one knew that this is the place, or this is where this happened, this is where this pastime happened. It was re-established by Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatan Goswami under the instruction and inspiration of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's why today we all know different places of pastimes of Krishna Leela in Sri Vrindavan Dham. But still, even after doing all of this, writing so many scriptures by Srila Rupa Goswami, and then excavating so many places of pilgrimage, he had executed all the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu except one. And because of that one instruction, Srila Rupa Goswami was feeling anxiety. What was that one instruction that he was not able to fulfill? Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu had also asked him to find and discover Sri Gopal Dev. He told him Govinda Dev. There is a deity of Govinda Dev Ji. Somehow pray and find him. So Srila Rupa Goswami, he looked through all of Vrindavan very extensively. He studied many books to understand what the history is and where we can estimate Sri Govinda Dev Ji's deity to be. He went to all the houses of the Vrajvasis. Maybe one Vrajvasi may be having that deity, knowing that it was Lord Chaitanya's desire to install Govinda Dev. But nowhere could he find this particular deity of Govinda Dev. And he even searched through the houses of Vrajvasis, as we said. So in his heart, he was feeling great sorrow. And look at this quality. This is such an incredible quality.
That, sometimes we actually end up doing probably 1,000 things. And we become proud that, look, we've done so many things. But here is Srila Rupa Goswami, who did thousands of things under the instructions of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. But he was not able to fulfill just one instruction. And that made Srila Rupa Goswami very, very miserable. And he was so sad and he was so dejected that one day he was crying and he was sitting on the banks of the river Yamuna under a tree. And at that time, a beautiful, young, charming Brajabasi boy approached Srila Rupa Goswami.
And this boy was very beautiful and very, very charming. And he started speaking to Srila Rupa Goswami. Srila Rupa Goswami, this boy very quietly asked Rupa Goswami, why are you looking so sad? And Srila Rupa Goswami's heart was so much attracted to this Brajbasi boy. He was so much enchanted by this boy's demeanor, by his characteristics, by his divine beauty. So then this boy said, he developed so much complete trust in him. And then this boy said, don't worry, don't be sad. Let your anxiety go away because I know where Govinda Dev is residing. Across the river, there is a hill called Gomati Hill. In this holy place of Gomati Hill, a Surabhi cow comes every afternoon and just voluntarily showers her milk down on this particular Shila. Sri Govinda Dev is right under that place. He keeps himself hiding under the ground of this holy spot. Come with me. He held the hand of Srila Rupa Goswami and said, come with me, I will show you. And this all-attractive Vrajvasi boy, he personally led Srila Rupa Goswami to that holy location. And then he suddenly disappeared. When the child disappeared, Rupa Goswami could understand within the heart of his hearts, this boy is Govinda Dev himself. Krishna appeared to me, but I'm so ignorant. I'm so fallen that I did not recognize my Lord. When he came before me, I did not offer him any respect. This is the reason why I was feeling so attracted, because he's Krishna himself. But I didn't offer him any respect. I did not worship him. I did not show him any incense or agarbatti. No welcoming with the ghee lamps. Srila Rupa Goswami, thinking this, he fell to the ground unconscious in ecstatic love. After a long time, he came back to his external consciousness and his eyes were filled with tears as he cried great feelings of ecstatic devotion. Then he recalled the desires of the Lord. He told the Vrajvasis that Sri Govinda Dev is under the ground in this very place. Very soon, a whole crowd of these devotees, they gathered and they started to dig. And then suddenly a divine voice came and started saying this from the sky. It was Lord Balaram, the voice of Lord Balaram. He explained to the Vrajvasis exactly where to dig. And he gave his profuse blessings upon them to reveal Govinda Dev to the world. And with great care and attention, they dug. And finally, from the earth, they discovered the transcendental form of Sri Govinda Dev, who was more beautiful than millions and millions of Gandharvas or Cupids. And when Govinda Dev was discovered, Srila Rupa Goswami looked upon him with great love, and all the Brajbasis began to chant, Shri Govinda Dev Ki Jai. Then Brajbasis, they built a small temple for Govinda Dev and offered everything to Govinda Dev Ji, and thus Srila Rupa Goswami's desire was fulfilled.
And when Srila Rupa Goswami first began the worship of Govinda Dev Ji, it is explained that demigods like Lord Brahma, they disguised themselves as human beings and came to Vrindavan to make their offerings to Sri Govinda Dev. And Srila Rupa Goswami was so happy that he immediately wrote a letter to Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, who was Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, and he explained in that letter that Mahaprabhu, I have found Sri Govinda Dev Ji. Your instruction now I have been able to fulfill. And hearing this news, the Lord, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and the associates of Gauranga Mahaprabhu were filled with deep ecstasy. Hari Bol. Jai Shri Radha Govinda Dev Ji Ki Jai.
So now we discuss about the appearance of the Prayojana deity, Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Ji. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath are the life and soul of Srila Madhu Pandit Thakur. This beautiful form of Gopinath was carved by the great demigod Vishwakarma, the architect of the demigods, then himself, on the special request of the great grandson of Sri Krishna Vajranath. And it's said that the face of this particular deity of Sri Krishna is identical to the face of Krishna himself. Gopinath is one of the deities which were installed in Vrajabhumi about 5,000 years ago by King Vajranath. And as we said, Gopinath deity is presiding over the highest principle of Prayojan Jnana. Prayojan means the ultimate perfection of one's spiritual development, wherein by grace of Srimati Radharani, one is bestowed with ecstatic love and the mood of the servants of the gopis of Vrajabhumi. This is the ultimate stage of purified consciousness in the spiritual world, as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. So these three deities are very important to all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas that we discussed. Sri Madanmohan is the Sambandha deity. It is through Sri Madanmohan that we establish our relationship with Krishna. Then is Abhideya, which is Govinda Dev, that it is by his mercy we are able to actively engage in devotional activities based on complete attachment to the lotus feet of Krishna. And through this divine process of devotional service, at the ultimate stage of purification, we worship the Prayojana deity or Sri Gopinath with pure unalloyed love or prema bhakti.
Hari Hari Bol.
So let's offer our prayers to Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Ji with the prayer that we soon may follow in the footsteps of the most glorious residents of Vrindavan, giving up all desires and all of our activities, save and except those which give great pleasure to Radha Gopinath Ji and their devotees. Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamshi Vatatastitaha Karshan Venu Swaner Gopi Gopinatha Shriyestunaha.
Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Ji Ki Jai. So today we would also like to share with all of you the glories of Kartik. One small snippet, because we are in this most glorious month of Kartik, we thought that it would be appropriate to share with all of you the glories of this most auspicious month.
So Srila Prabhupada says that by one serving Lord Damodar in Mathura during Kartik, the people can easily attain pure devotional service to Lord Hari.
Hari Hari.
So Yes, if we are physically in the Vrindavan Dham and Mathura Dham, and if we worship him during Kartik, that is very, very auspicious. But Srila Prabhupada would say that wherever there is the deity of the Lord and devotional service to Krishna and his devotees, that's where Mathura is. Mathura is a state of consciousness. Vrindavan is a state of consciousness. Even though some people may be in Vrindavan or Mathura physically, but mentally they may be somewhere else. And others could be physically far, far away from the holy dham of Mathura or Vrindavan, but in their minds, we can be in that Vrindavan consciousness and attain the same benefit in this month of Kartik. So every day we will discuss one glories of the month of Kartik and also a Japa Tip.
So now coming to the Japa Tip. Now this Japa Tip is a very special one, which is a sweet pastime which will enhance our japa. So, but we must remember that we must meditate on this pastime before we start chanting our japa and listen to our japa, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, very attentively while we are chanting. So today's sweet pastime is that Krishna, he had many cowherd boyfriends, but out of all his cowherd boyfriends, the most funniest, the most cutest was a little boy, and his name was Toke, Toke, Toke. He was such a little boy that actually here they have shown, we see here, he would always hold Krishna's hand and move around. But he was so small, so tiny, that he would actually not go out into the forest. He would always be in Krishna's palace, in Nanda Baba's palace, and he would hardly wear any clothes. He was a very small boy, and he was always very funny, always cracking lots of jokes, making everyone, he always had something very funny or very interesting to say, although he was very, very young in age. So today, Toke actually has a very important message or a very important information that Toke wants to share with all of us. Are we all ready to hear what Toke wants to say?
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So Krishna had just come home from a very long day after grazing the cows in the forests of Vrindavan.
And Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini had prepared sumptuous prasad. They gave bath to Krishna and Balaram, and other cowherd boys also freshened up, and they all sat down to eat. And as everyone was laughing and eating and discussing the day's pastimes, little Toke came where Krishna was sitting, and with milk dripping down his chin. Little Toke, he was drinking milk, but his milk was dripping down his chin. But he came where Krishna was there with his milk dripping down his chin, and he came to Krishna and he spoke in his ear. Pavitra is going to give birth. And as soon as Krishna heard this, Krishna's eyes widened. What? And he immediately stopped eating. His hand was a little bit in the air to put the morsel in his mouth. He immediately stopped eating and he started saying, what? How do you know? This news amazed Krishna because Toke was the youngest amongst all the friends. How did he get to know something that none of the others knew? Who is Pavitra? Who did she give birth to? Seeing Krishna's amazement, Toke felt that, oh, I'm also important, because all the elder kids would kind of make fun of Toke, and whatever he would say would not take it seriously. But this time Krishna is taking him seriously. So he boasted that, you know what? He boasted to Krishna only. My mother told me. And the proof of that, I will give you proof. I know you don't believe me, but the proof is, did you see Pavitra, the cow, amongst the cowherd, amongst the cows today? you didn't see. Why you did not see? Because my mother did not send her for grazing today. This is the reason, because she is going to give birth. And then it started making all sense to Krishna. He had been wondering all morning why Pavitra did not come along with other cows to graze. Because Krishna, he remembers every cow, every friend. And even if one is missing, he would remember them. Today, he missed seeing Pavitra. Krishna is so personal, even though there are thousands of cows.
900,000.
900,000 cows. And so many calves that Krishna takes for grazing. He remembers each and every one of them. Similarly, he remembers, he has a personal relationship with each and every one of us. And he knows what we are going through exactly personally. Krishna has that, only Krishna has that particular mystic power and the care that he gives to all of us. We should never doubt this. Krishna knows our heart more than we know ourselves, and therefore we can put ourselves fully in the trust of Krishna. And so Krishna, all of a sudden, he turned in anxiety to one of the servants and he asked, when will Pavitra give birth? And the servant was serving food and he was put in a situation. This question was so sudden, so unexpected that it just shook the servant. And without thinking, the servant replied, Pavitra just delivered and the calf is as white as milk. And everyone heard this. Everyone heard the question that Krishna asked. Everyone heard the answer that the servant gave. And they all left the food wherever they had and started running. And the servant realized the mistake. Oh, I should have held it. I should have not told them until they completed their dinner. And after that, I could have told them. But then Krishna caught him off guard. And then right at that moment, they all just left. All the boys immediately stood up with a squeal of excitement and ran out, leaving the half-finished bowls of food.
And they could not wait even a moment more. They simply had to see the newborn calf before it was too late. So Krishna and the cowherd boys, everyone, little Krishna, little Balaram, all of them, they ran to the Goshala. And look at Krishna, he's peeping. Oh, where is the milk white calf? The little calf was born. Where is that calf? So while the kids, they were seeing little Pavitra and the milky white calf, Krishna was so happy to see Pavitra and the little calf, which was as white as milk. The calf wasn't even able to stand because it was just born a few minutes ago. And the children, they watched that how Mother Pavitra was actually licking the body of the calf. And as soon as Krishna came closer, Pavitra just started mooing loudly, and she immediately turned her face towards Krishna. And Krishna, see how beautifully he's interacting with Pavitra. And Pavitra just came near Krishna and started smelling Krishna. And just, she wanted to actually lick Krishna and Balaram. But Pavitra knew that, oh, Krishna Balaram have just come back from the forest. Mother Jashoda might have given them a bath. So although she wanted to, because cows, they show their affection by licking. So although Pavitra wanted to lick Krishna so badly, but still she just held herself and she was just putting her, face on the face of Krishna, like we see here, how beautifully Pavitra is coming near, but she's really not trying to lick, and she's just turning away her face so that she doesn't get the urge to lick Krishna. And because Krishna came, she actually almost had forgotten about her own little baby who was just born. So Krishna actually pushed Pavitra and said, Go lick your baby first. Go lick your baby first. Like that, Krishna just pushed Pavitra like that.
And so Pavitra began to follow the instructions and began to lick her calf once again. But after a few moments, she would helplessly bend her face towards Krishna and she began to smell Krishna once again. Now the calf tried to stand up, but it was standing up with wobbly legs. Krishna saw the struggle and immediately went to the calf and held the baby and helped the baby stand up, began to encourage the calf to lovingly stand up, kissing the calf. Yes, please, get up, get up. And with that encouragement, the calf somehow managed to stand and then imitate her mother by smelling Krishna. And again, her legs wobbled and she fell down. But Krishna held the calf and helped the little calf stand once again, held her face and kissed the calf. Finally, when the calf was able to manage to stand on her own, the little calf sniffed Krishna again. She had forgotten her mother and her eyes were only for Krishna. Perhaps this was the first thing that the calf learned from the mother, looking at Krishna, licking and smelling Krishna. We are all living entities and souls who are part and parcels of Krishna. And by nature, the soul is helplessly attracted to our whole, Krishna himself. And so even though we have our mothers and fathers and we respect them, it is the calf who showed us how, as a soul, it was helplessly attracted to Krishna. And how fortunate that calf that she got to learn to stand with the help of Krishna. When Krishna helps, how could anyone not stand?
Hari Hari Bol.
Similarly, in our spiritual life, sometimes we try to stand up in our spiritual life and our legs go wobbly and we fall down, and then again we get up, and again our legs are wobbly. But if we look up to Krishna, Krishna will hold us and help us till we stand up firmly in our devotional service.
Hari Bol. So this concludes our session for today. Today we will be singing a very beautiful bhajan, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna, because we visited the three principal deities of Vrindavan Dham. So today we will sing this bhajan, particular bhajan today. And today we would dedicate our bhajan to our dearest Rasika and her wonderful family, to our dearest Anjudi and her wonderful family, our dearest Hemangi Mataji's family, our dearest brother, our dearest Bhakti Mataji and Krishna Sharanam Prabhu, our dearest Hari Prasad Prabhu, the family of our dearest Amrita Radhika, our dearest Keshavi and her wonderful family, and the congregation of Secunderabad in India, in Hyderabad in India. And also we pray for little Mehak.
May the Supreme Lord Nrsingadev grant protection and fearlessness to everyone.
Hari Hari.
Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare. So during this bhajan, all of us can choose to please turn on our videos if you can, and you can offer lamps to Lord Damodar while this bhajan is going on.
Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madanmohan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madanmohan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahama Keshikata Shivata Dwadashatara Jaha Shabalina Koila Srinandananda Srinanda Jashoda Jaya Jaya Gopala Shri Damadi Jaya Jaya Dhenu Vatsada Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Bhiranagari Jaya Jaya Gopishwara Vrindavana Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Batu Dvijara Jaya Rama Bhata Jaya Rohini Nanda Jaya Jaya Vrinda Vana Vasi Jata Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vasi Jata Jaya Grija Katni Jaya Jaya Kanyaga Bhakti Tejahana Paila Govinda Chana Bhakti Tejahana Paila Govinda Chana Shri Sambandha Jaya Jaya Radha Shyam Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Jaya Jaya Rasa Leela Sarva Manora Jaya Jaya Jvala Rasa Sarva Rasa Karakiya Bhave Jaha Prajiti Prachar Karakiya Bhave Jaya Prajiti Prachar Shri Janava Pada Padma Smara Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Amar Sankirtan Dina Krishna Dasa Kohe Amar Sankirtan Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinath, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madanmohan Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Jaya Radha Madanmohan Radha Madanmohan Radha Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva
Okay, so here's the quiz questions for today. The first question is,
whom does the Diksha and Shiksha Guru represent?
second, name the three deities installed by King Vajranabha and made by Vishwakarma.
Which deity is non-different from Sri Madanmohan, manifested in the house of Advaita Acharya in Bengal?
Fourth, who was responsible for re-establishing the holy places of the loving pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna?
And fifth, who spoke from the sky to reveal the exact location of Sri Govinda Devji?
Jai, thank you so very much, dearest Ananga Mohini Gopika, for these fantastic quiz questions.
So now let's open the lines for any questions, comments, reflections, and realizations.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So beautiful, beautiful narration, Prabhu. And pictures are so beautiful, so attractive, and it's like watching them in live. And so Sri Radha, Madanmohan and Gopinath, they were self-manifested, and Govindji is carved by Vishwakarma. Is that true?
No, Gopinath ji is carved by Vishwakarma.
Oh.
And Radha Govinda Dev was
Also
carved by Vajranabh, but they were then unmanifested
for some time.
For 4,500 years, close to, and then they were rediscovered by Srila Advaita Acharya for Sri Madanmohan, and Srila Rupa Goswami for Sri Govinda Dev.
Right. So what is this Geo Prabhu? You said, Radha Madanmohan Geo and Radha Gopinath Geo.
Oh.
What is Geo mean?
Yeah, Geo. Generally we say Gopinath Ji, and Geo is when we say with Srimati Radharani. Krishna Chaitanya, excuse me. When Srimati Radharani is also there, then we say Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Jiu, so that you in the end is for Srimati Radharani. So it is like giving respect to both of them.
Even Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj, who was from Orissa and he was from a devotional family, he would, his worshipable deity, he would call Gopal Jiu.
Yes.
And from his family, it has been coming, worshipping of Sri Gopal Jiu. So in the Orissa respect. And Bengal area, the G becomes Jiu in one sense as well. Jiu.
Basically just adding more respect to the deities.
Okay. So yeah, as I said, they are very beautiful pictures and very beautiful narration, lot of information, and so spiritual. Everything is so peaceful and calm, and it's so nice, Prabhu, listening to them. You just immerse in the pastime. So nice narration. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much for your encouragement, Prabhu. Thank you. And your blessings. We are so grateful. Thank you. Anjali, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for so much of information and so much of such a wonderful session. And today, Bhaiya and Bhabhi, the bhajan was very, very clear.
Okay.
And we could hear it very clearly. I could hear it. I can see and thank you for really working on it and really thoroughly enjoyed the melodious bhajan. And thank you so much. Because of your association, I was so blessed. Madanmohan ji ki kripa thi, Shri Gopinath ji ki, Shri Radha Govind ji ki. This year in April, I could go to Jaipur and Karoli to do the darshan of all the three deities.
Yes.
Jai Ho, Hari Bol. And yes, and Shri Madanmohan ji took a lot of my pariksha. Itni asani se mujhe nahi diye the. I went to Karoli and I found out there was a curfew over there. And my brother is asking me, why did you go there without asking us? When I called him up in Mathura, what to do? And when I saw the police, and I just started crying. And I said, I have to do the darshan. I don't know how I will do. Then he just said, okay, today is Ram Navami. After 10 days, it is opened, the mandir, only for 2 hours, from 9 to 11. And it was 8:30 that time. So I said, now how can I do darshan? So I have finished, because today I have to do all the 3 deities and 2 I have already done. And then they said, okay, fine, don't cry. You just go to the other gate and you just walk down and you will do the darshan. And 9 o'clock we went over there. It was such wonderful darshan because that was Ram Navami. He was dressed in Ram, yeah. And they were doing abhishek. They said they generally start at 5 o'clock. Today, because mandir was closed, they started at 9 o'clock. So we saw entire abhishek of Ram. My both the daughters were also with me, and we saw entire abhishek of Madanmohan ji as Ram. And after that, then they closed it, and then they said no. Then we thought we have to leave now, but I won't be able to do Charan Darshan. I'm from, because he was wearing white cloth and Charan was also covered. Then I said, oh my God, still I can't see it now. What to do? I don't know from where one person came, the way you said, and he just asked me, he started talking to me. And then he just told, I said, now it will take a lot of time because of the Charan Darshan. They said 9 to, it is already 10:30. They said, don't worry. You just stay here. After half an hour, it will be open. And by the time you just do your job or whatever you want, just sit down in the temple. And it was not crowded at all. It was hardly 10 to 15 people. And we just sat down and we just, after half an hour, what beautiful and wonderful darshan I had. I can't even tell you. Still, it's in front of my eyes. And so beautiful. And then we got Chandamrit. We got so much thing. And that person, he was a police commissioner. Later, I came to know. And he had come after doing after 10 days to do the darshan. And he really looked after us so well. And I think it was God, like it was Madanmohan only who was looking after us. And then we were very, very blessed to have such beautiful darshan, beautiful darshan. And actually, all the credit goes to both of you for guiding us, for giving me all this information. And it was like, I just wanted to do from the last year when I could not meet you in November over there in Jaipur. So that was my deep, like, एक इच्छा थी कि हाँ मुझे करना है. And thanks to my girls that they fulfilled also. And thanks to the God, he fulfilled it. So this just shows आपकी इच्छा होती है तो वो कुछ भी करा देते हैं.
Correct. सही बात है दी, बिल्कुल सही बात.
बस उन पे surrender करना है और वो he will just do. And today I wanted to ask on this question, but Bhaiya already answered in the story that अगर हम में नहीं जा सकते हैं, like I was feeling because the friends they have come, they just left today morning for Mathura Vrindavan to do the Kartik. So once I felt even I should go, but then tomorrow is Karwa Chauth. Then I said no, I have to be here only. So I was just thinking in my mind, what should I do? Then and you answered that okay, wherever we are and we are serving, we are in Dham.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you for answering my question, and which was there in my mind. Again, you just answered it.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Shri Radhe.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Sulochana Mataji.
It's a wonderful lecture, Mataji. Hare Hare Bol. Bhajan is so sweet, Mataji. Prabhu told that Surabhi cow, Krishna knows everyone individually. Even me also, Krishna knows. It's a very beautiful point, Mataji. And cow unable to stand, Krishna helps. With the like that, we are try to chant Krishna individually, help everyone. It's a wonderful, wonderful points, Mataji. Very, very grateful to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. We are so happy that you liked everything. Thank you. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. This goes to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. Are you okay, Mataji? You have a continuous cough. Are you feeling better?
No, I suddenly just started going.
Have some water with you. No problem. Have some water with you. And thank you so much for your wonderful session. And the most three important thing for all the devotees which you explained, like Sambandha, Abhijaya, and Prayojana. So we need to establish relationship, process that, and then ultimate goal of our love of Godhead. So that corresponding deities also you explained, and that appearance of all these deities also it is very beautiful, and the tips also, Japa tips also wonderful. Always my favorite pastimes you explained, like Chobaji and Sanatan Goswami. The most thing I like it. Now you are asking for Sad and you'll ask for Chappan Bhog and Raj Bhog. That I like very much. I was laughing continuously. Okay, this how beautifully he had a pastime with Sanatan Goswami. So I like that
It's
pastime.
more sweeter, when we hear it from Srila Radha Maharaj. Says in Hindi, "Are namak chahiye आज नमक चाहिए, कल राजभोग मांगोगे, फिर परसों फिर घी मांगोगे, फिर उसके बाद 56 भोग मांगोगे, तो ये सब मैं नहीं ना दे सकता, तुम जाओ."
That is very, very attached to my heart, that I was imagining, okay, this is what Madanmohan is asking, because you presented the PPT very, very, outstanding, I can say. with all the conversation, what has happened with some dialogues written in that PPT. So which we able to recognize, okay, this is what happened, this is what like that. We're able to imagine in our mind. So that is very wonderful. And that Radha Govindji also, how even Rupa Goswami isn't highest devotee, but still he feel like he didn't pay the obeisance when our Lord appearance in front of him. Yeah, I understood that how he was. So yeah, we need to follow the footstep of Rupa Goswami, our Rupanuga, right? We are. So that I understood. Yeah, that I understood. And Gopinath also, you just explained very well. And that's bhajan also wonderful. All the names of Krishna's pastimes, I'm able to see that, right? All the names, whoever involved in Krishna's pastimes, I'm able to see. And you beautifully sang. So it is very, very beautiful. And one simple, yes, ma'am.
Just a quick clarification, like Anjudeep said that there was no cut in the voice today.
Yeah,
during the
absolutely, absolutely clear. It was very clear. Yeah, we didn't have anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very clear. One simple question, Prabhuji Maharaj. Maybe it is silly. Maybe I missed it. You may have told already. Prabhuji, we are offering the lamp, right? Of Radha, Damodar, right? So we have to do two times in Udar and then face for 3 and the entire body of 7. So it was advised by our Acharya, or it was described in any other Purana, which I'm not sure. Please let me know, Prabhuji. I don't know about that.
Question. That is described by Srila Sanatana Goswami in his book, where he is explaining all the
Pradeepa and even Hari Bhakti Vilas,
where he is explaining the vidhi, the Pancharatriki vidhi, how we should fast, how we should offer lamps, how we should do all the artis. All of these things are described by Srila Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas, and also there is Pancharatrika Pradeep, like that.
Okay, even the Brajavasi also will do the same, Prabhuji. So we are following Vaidika Bhakti, right? So how about them? Yeah.
Well, those who are in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, they will follow this. But if any Vrajavasi is in any other Sampradaya, they may have different ways.
Okay.
They may not do 4, 2, 3, 7. They may do some other. But again, these rituals are just vessels in which we are offering our love and giving to Krishna. The main ingredient is not the vessel. The main ingredient is the water. If someone comes to our house, if we give them very nice vessel, but there's no water in it, there's no point. Or if at the same time, on the other hand, if someone asks for water and we throw the water on his face, drink whatever you can without any vessel, that is also not correct. If we say, love is there in my heart, I don't need a vessel to offer to Krishna, I don't need to follow these rituals, that is also incorrect. So both we need water as well as the vessel, but the main ingredient is the water. So Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya has one particular vessel. Kumara Sampradaya or other Vrajvasis may be offering in different vessel. But Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He accepts the consciousness in which we offer it. If we are doing very nice arti and offering lamps in the proper ritualistic way, but we are proud while doing it, that look, I'm doing this so nicely, everyone is looking at me.
See how elegantly my hands are going like this.
Then we are offering our ego in that, instead of love, in that vessel. And Krishna, Krishna is looking, what is the essence that you're offering? And so it's the love that we are putting in this. So, I mean, sometimes if 4, 2, 3, 7, is not exactly that much, Krishna understands as long as we are doing it with love. But one of the ways we express the love is to follow the rituals properly, diligently.
Okay, and sorry, Prabhu, one more question. All these 3 deities are not in Vrindavan, Prabhuji, right now. It is in Jaipur.
Yes. Jaipur and Madanmohan is in Karoli. He is Jaipur, in between Jaipur and Karoli. In Jaipur and Vrindavan is Karoli. So
because when the Mughal emperors came, they actually came and wanted to destroy. They destroyed a lot of deities and temples in Vrindavan.
They couldn't destroy deities, but they destroyed the temples.
So
the deities
all the devotees, they actually took the deities and sent them to Jaipur, where the kings, the Rajput kings said, you send it here, send them here. We will protect those deities and the Mughals won't come to us, because the Rajputs were very ferocious, so courageous. So therefore, those deities are now there, but replica deities are there in Vrindavan. The temple is there, and in the Radha Madanmohan temple, there is a deity of Radha Madanmohan, but the original deity is in Karoli. Similarly, there is Govinda Dev temple. It was actually 7-story high, and one of the emperors came and just said, why am I able to see this higher than my palace in Agra? So he came from Agra and destroyed these 7 stories. Now only 1 story is remaining.
And that's
still it is so big.
So tall. Govinda Dev temple is big, huge.
Right. But so they secretly, devotees sent the deities, and also Gopal Srinathji deity was in Vrindavan, and he was on a temple on the top of Govardhan Hill, and the devotees secretly transported him to Nathdwara, again in Rajasthan. So all of these deities are now in Rajasthan area.
So these 4 deities mainly, they are outside of Vrindavan. Nath Srinathji, Govinda Devji, Madanmohan, and Gopinath. And but Damodar came back yesterday. We saw Radha Damodar, Jiva Goswami's deities. So the deities who are in Vrindavan today at the Radha Damodar temple, they are the original deities.
Okay.
Yeah, Radha Damodar deities, and even Tulsi Maharani deities, Vrinda Devi deity was being taken away, but at the outskirts of Vraja, she said, I cannot leave Vrajadham. And she stayed at the outskirts of Vraja, meaning inside the Vrajadham, but at the very outskirts, so that
we will be visiting her, taking her darshan.
You explained during Virja Parikrama. I remember she was not want to go out of Vrindavan. Thank you so much, Mataji Prabhuji, for detailed explanation. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji and Prabhuji. Harini Sevika from Bangalore.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. After a long time, Mataji, I'm attending your class. So happy to hear your pastimes, and Bhajan was awesome, Mataji. Now only we have returned from Vrindavan Yatra. So, but Jaipur, these 3 deities, I think we didn't visit. So when you explained, I was feeling like again I have to go and visit. So it was so awesome, Mataji. Thank you so much. So hereafter, I'll try to attend your classes regularly. And one question, Mataji. Actually, now diyas, mud diyas, if we offer to the Damodar, we have to throw it, Mataji. We can't reuse. Because I heard that brass and silver can be reused, but mud one we should not reuse, like I heard, Mataji.
Generally, yes. But if you are able to wash them, if you are able to wash the mud lamps, you can use them.
Oh, okay, Mataji. Okay.
If you're able to rinse them out, you can use them again. But generally, generally they get very burnt, when we offer the mud lamps, generally they get very burnt, and they don't look so good after it is used once. So that is the reason why devotees actually want to offer the best to Krishna. So, we can maybe not use it. So, but it is up to you. If you can wash it, then you can, it's okay to use.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranams.
Maybe when we visit India, we can all have a Bhakti Mellows Yatra to Vrindavan, Mayapur, other different places along with
Jai. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Anjali, you have
Hare Krishna. Actually, I wanted to mention about the painting just behind you. It's so beautiful, and at that time I just forgot. And the cows and Krishna Balaram and all the cowherd boys. it's so beautiful. I can't take my eyes off. I just took a screenshot also of that, and I said, "Oh my God!" So I just wanted to mention to you. So you bought it from Vrindavan. It's so beautiful.
No, this is actually a gift from our very dearest Divyangi and Prem Vikas Prabhu. They gifted us this painting, and we got it framed here. So
Very beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so like all the thing, and the way Krishna is smiling, and Balaram, so nice, so playful, beautiful. And then you had told us the story. I can connect the story also so well, like very nice. I just wanted to do, and it's really, as you mentioned just now, Bhaiya mentioned, really I want to do the yatra with you. Not virtually next year. Probably we just will have the itcha, so we can do it all
all go
together.
together. Yes.
And
That
next year,
would be the
Kartik Mas, we
perfect.
can do it.
Yes. Let us
Braj
have.
Kos- Yes. So all of us will daily pray to Krishna that he should just bless us and call us, all of us together. Jai Jai Shri Ram.
Jai. Thank you, Di. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances and your lotus feet. Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, thank you for your beautiful prayers for Secunderabad Yatra. Thank you so much, Mataji. Mataji, one devotee was yesterday, she was asking me, like, why need to offer, like, for lotus feet 4 and 2 and 3 for the face? Why we need to offer any specific reason for that? Like, why 4 and 3 like that?
Well, it has been recommended by Srila Sanatana Goswami so that we can meditate on the lotus feet and meditate on the Vakshasthal, on the torso, and meditate on the lotus face. So we proportionally, there is more meditation on the lotus feet and then on the lotus face. And so this is actually Radha. Lotus feet is Radha Madanmohan. The middle torso is Radha Govinda. The face is Radha Gopinath ji. So that's why we want to, of any deities, we want to especially take darshan of all of them and offer our love and devotion to them. So the number of times, I don't know if there is a specific reason, but proportionally, it seems like we need to focus more on the lotus feet.
And also, I know this question was once asked to Jananivas Prabhu during the deity worship class in Mayapur. And Jananivas Prabhu said that when we go to school, we are taught that, this one is this many times you have to read, or this is the way this formula works. This is just a formula. There's no specific reason given for it. Like in the arati also that we do with the 8 upacharas, when we do the arati, the agarbatti is offered 7 times. The lamp is offered in this way, 4, 2, 3, and then 7 all over. The conch shell, the water in the conch shell, is offered 3 on the head and then 7 all around. So like this, each and every article is, each and every upachara has, a specific formula, so to speak, that how they are recommended by our acharyas, that when we are worshipping the Lord, because we do not know how to worship. So therefore the acharyas have given us Vaidhi Bhakti, with following the rules and the regulations, the formula by which we can please Krishna. And when we do that, then Krishna is pleased.
Just like when someone comes to the house, we welcome them, we wash their lotus feet, we offer, arati to them, that we want to welcome you with light, and we want to welcome you with nice smells for the agarbatti. So it's a welcoming ceremony for the Lord. And if we follow the instructions of the acharyas would be pleased and Krishna would be pleased, because that's how he accepts our love.
Hope that answers your question.
Yes, Mataji, definitely. And what Prabhuji also said, like Radha Madanmohan lotus feet and Radha Govind and Gopinath. Really, it's it was so beautiful. When we do Aarti, then we can remember those things in our mind. And Prabhu, you said like it's a welcoming. Aarti means it's a welcoming. But in one lecture, I heard like it's a kind of a nazar dalna hai Bhagwan ko. It's not that one.
So we can consider that also. That is also when someone welcomes. That's when we do it, right?
Because we are warding off.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
The warding off of evil is through conch shell. When we blow the conch shell, through the sound vibration of this conch shell, all the evil spirits or influences go away through that sound vibration. So we are offering sound, earth, water, fire, air, all of air by chamara, earth by the incense, air, fire by the lamps, and then water by, we offer some water as well. So ether as well through sound vibration. So earth, water, fire, air, ether, all the 5 elements we are offering to the Lord, with the mood that these all belong to you, but I am offering to you my love through these things which belong to you, and I belong to you. I am yours too. And then we welcome the Lord in our heart with that consciousness. Just like a child, the mother or the father may give a packet of biscuit, and the child says, "Oh wow!" He opens the packet and then says, "First one for you." And it is the father's or the mother's money only by which they have brought it. Actually, technically, the biscuit packet belongs to the father or mother, but the act of the child, the emotion of the child to give it to the parents first, is just so wonderful. The parents love the child and they just embrace the child just because of that gesture. So similarly, this earth, water, fire, air, ether, all of them anyways belong to Krishna. But when we make a conscious effort to offer it to Krishna, it is Krishna's. But we make a conscious effort, then Krishna feels, "Oh, wow, you're so nice." And multiplied emotions come when more than what we feel for our children.
Wow, what a beautiful explanation, Prabhu. I never knew that the 5 elements we are offering to Krishna. When you are saying, I'm remembering, yeah, we are offering same thing, right? So nicely explained, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I got so much of information today. Thank you, Mataji, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. See, your association every day, we learn so many things. We need your association all the time. So we pray, Lord Narsimha Dev, always you should be healthy and energetic to engage us in Krishna service.
Yeah, thank you. And we both of us hope that all of you liked the session on Japa Tips, especially the sweet pastimes. If you all are liking it, please do type or send us a message, and we'd be very, very encouraged.
On YouTube, press the like button, subscribe button, and share it with who
your
you
friends.
think could be helpful.
Please do share. Thank you all so much. Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Sulochana.
Hare Krishna, Sulochana.
Mataji, I have one question, Mataji. I heard or read, I don't know, Mataji, Radhanath Maharaj or Gorgonsa Maharaj telling something about Madanmohan ji was worshipped by Kubja. Tell me something about that, Mataji.
Yes, actually there is a history. Very good question. Actually, Madanmohan, he used to be worshipped by Lord Ramachandra every day. Lord Ramachandra in Ayodhya, he would worship Madanmohan every day. And then after Lord Ramachandra came back, after killing Ravana, when they came back to Ayodhya, and then after they came back to Ayodhya, Lord Ram became the king, and then Shatrughna, he was sent to Mathura to kill Lavanasura. And Shatrughna went to Mathura to kill Lavanasura, and he killed Lavanasura very easily. And then because Lavanasura was the king of Mathura at that time, so Lord Ramachandra told Shatrughna that since there's no other king, you killed the king, so now you become the king in Mathura. You become the king of Mathura. So Shatrughna said, no, Lord Ram, I already have suffered 14 years of separation from you. Now I have taken a vow that I will not get up in the morning. As soon as I get up in the morning, when I open my eyes, I want to see you. I will not see anyone else. This is the vow I have taken. So then Lord Ram said to him, my dear brother, you take this deity of Madanmohan with you. And if you go and take him to Mathura, worship him in Mathura, and when you worship him, you will see him every day in the morning. This Madanmohan is non-different from me. And that is the reason why also in Madanmohan temple in Karoli, they dress Madanmohan in the Ram Vesh. You know, that's another reason. Because Madanmohan is considered to be non-different from Lord Ramachandra, especially because Lord Ram used to worship Madanmohan. So Shatrughna was very happy and he brought Madanmohan to Mathura and he started worshipping him. And then, you know, this was Treta Yuga, right? And then after that, Dwapar Yuga came and Madanmohan, he was, you know, unmanifest for some time. Then he manifested again in Dwapar Yuga. So at that time when he was in Mathura, that time Kubja would worship Madanmohan. She used to worship Madanmohan. And then again, Madanmohan was unmanifest. You know, he became unmanifest. And we had asked Srila Radharaman Maharaj that whether that Madanmohan of Lord Ram is this same Madanmohan, and Maharaj said no. So it is not the same Madanmohan. That Dwapar Yuga Madanmohan was, you know, he is still unmanifest, but this deity of Madanmohan that was carved by under the instructions of Vajranabh Maharaj, it was in the beginning of Kali Yuga. So this is how we understand.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay, if there are no other questions or comments, we can end here.
We'd like to thank, you know, we have some wonderful new devotees who've joined us. Bhavna and Monica Mataji, welcome. After a long time, we see you. So thank you so much for joining us. Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatarubhya kripasindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo
Namo namaha.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
Prabhuji. Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful teachings. We missed both of you from many, many months.
Thank you so much for joining. Such a pleasure to see you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Good to hear from you, Prabhu.
Yeah, same thing here, Prabhuji.
Thank you for joining us, Prabhu. Thank you.
We really enjoyed, and thank you so much for giving us wonderful teachings.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.